It really is true that we all have a godly instinct and our potential is unlimited. We're all equal. We're all equally beloved by God. We're all treasures, none more than another. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. And it's so important that we can share that thing, because it's not the kind of power that you keep to yourself. It's the kind of power that you share with others. Why? Because you understand that your welfare is inextricably interconnected into the welfare of your fellow man. So you very literally, very intentionally, very deliberately, very definitely want the best for your fellow man, the least of men, no matter who it is. You don't judge them by what they know or don't know, what their skills are, what their skills aren't, how well they fit into the system. I mean, folks, we're precious on our own. This earth belongs to you as well as me and him and her and all of us. It's a gift from God. And all the infrastructures our forefathers built, that's all our inheritance too. We're born unspeakably wealthy from all the resources that are shared. I mean, if we just shared, think about it, share. Who was brought up to believe that sharing wasn't good? And then as adults, we're taught you're some radical, communist or something because you believe in the philosophy of sharing. Come on, give me a break, folks. Come on. I mean, if we just shared the wealth of this planet, think about it. If all that wealth was in circulation, do you understand? That's the world we could have, where we were serving one another, going to work, as if it was play, with a bounce in our step, with a song in our lips, with joy in our hearts. We can go forth and have fun. That's it. Hey, what project you got going on over here? Oh, you're building a bridge? Oh, cool. I like it. I like what you're doing here. Let's have fun, let's do something. Oh, you guys are over here building some houses, huh? Oh, all different sorts of houses. All different kinds of yards and stuff. How cool is that? I mean, just think of the endless projects we could be involved in. Technology, toys, transportation, and clean energy. All the patents could be released that are, it's all about the money. That these things, the problems aren't solved because of the money that's involved. If you solve problems, you're stepping on somebody's toes. The way it is now, the way the system is completely overrun by evil. The beast system is like the devil took over, Satan's in charge, and that's it. Price fixing, no basis in capitalist reality whereby supply and demand and free market was the rule of the day, competition. And that's the way that's what capitalism is. If you look up the definition, you understand. We don't have anything like that, because it would be a means to the end to lead to this ideal society. Because if you had sound currency, then you would have a rising tide of prosperity that would lift all our ships. That's what would happen. They know it. It would solve the problems. So people wouldn't worry about there not being enough work. We'd see that as silly. Well, why would we worry about that? I mean, if you got plenty of the stuff you want, then that's great. And that's the situation we have today. That's our reality. But they don't have enough of the magic elixir. The money is not in flow. It's not circulating. So they can't share. And the only thing they got up their sleeves is this whole climate thing. Well, okay, this guy's right. We figured it out. That the austerity is imposed on you. It's invented, created deliberately to make people poor. Cloward and Piven strategy. It's all true. It's all real. Yes, they get it. But now it's about saving the earth and fossil fuels, you understand. We just can't figure out how a man's footprint, the CO2, and, we're ruining the earth, causing global warming, and we got to reduce the earth's population. That's what they've got. And now they're right out in front of us with it. And, I mean, they're spraying our skies. And God knows at what day they could start spraying biological, chemical, crap on us. We don't know. Now that it's, they're right out in our face, it's just, yeah, that's the way it is. That's the reality. So we've got to understand that, this talk I give about sound currency is not in vain. It's a very serious issue. And this is why they won't let us have it. They know about this rising tide of prosperity through sound currency. They know that this would solve all the problems. And they would lose control. They would be rendered irrelevant, needless. Who would need them? If everybody was rich out there and we were all serving completely voluntary, who would engage in stupid, corrupt things? It would completely go against every natural urge. It just wouldn't happen. All the mad science, the evil genius, all that would vanish in an instant. So understand that sound currency is simply what I'm talking about as a means to an end. But it's so important that we get our minds, hearts, and spirits and souls together spiritually, that we are ready today to meet our Maker. We understand that we want to be the person we want to be. We want our values to be good and right and proper. We want our will for others to be only good, you know. And every day that we feel like we've fallen short, we want to get on our knees and pray. Pray in your heart. You can do it at any time. In your heart, your mind, your spirit, and you just say, God, you know, help me to be the person you want me to be of pure heart, to forgive others, to forgive myself, to accept your grace, you know, to fall on your mercy and to accept it and try to extend that same grace, that same mercy to others, but to also to try to jar people awake, because there's so much turning away from the faith. That the love, like Jesus said in the latter days, he said that the love of most would wax cold. And I think that's the situation we've got today. And it's breaking my heart. And I see the temptation in my own life. And, you know, I get scared too. And it all relates to this ever-increasing push of oppression. This economic tyranny, this economic terrorism is essentially what we've got. This imposed reverence. You know, you bow down and worship me, or else nothing for you. Go die, you know, go die out in the cold. Go die in some jail cell. Go die at a FEMA camp. Go kill yourself. You know, do something, but we don't want you here anymore. And that's a terrible, evil, dark spirit out there. And it keeps pushing on us. And we need to push back. And my prayer is that God will give us relief. That we will soon get what we need. And starting with those that are suffering the most. I mean, who else? Who else? Those that are bleeding out, you know, the most from this system, from this evil that's been imposed and foisted upon humanity. We are indeed like inmates. We're prisoners on in a prison planet here, being held hostage. So anyhow, folks, this whole business might be literal about Jesus returning and the whole bit about the angels and everything. And I just think we all need to prepare ourselves for, you know, the eventuality that we, you know, that might really be coming. I mean, if nothing else, I think it's a very healthy way to think that we need to really get serious about getting our act together here on earth and what it entails and standing up to whoever we need to, whether it's friends, family, neighbors, associates, strangers, you know, the ruling class. That's my main, that's what, when I speak, I assume that the NSA is watching and Homeland Security, and you know, I know they got to monitor speech and all that stuff, right? So my main message is to these people, but we need relief, okay? God's will is going to be done on earth, and we all need to get ready for that. Good will prevail here, and the people do not want a bloody revolution. I hate violence. That's what the Lord God said. That's what I'm saying. And, you know, I just want the best for everybody, and it's coming. There's going to be relief. So we got to get ready. We got to get people ready for this thing to turn around, where the disparity between haves and have-nots, this ultimate form of discrimination, that it's going to turn around, okay? And there is going to be freedom and liberty, not for some, okay? Because that's not true freedom and liberty, okay? That's a false God. That's a false sense of freedom and liberty for a select few. Very discriminating. But it's going to be freedom and liberty for everybody. We're going to be free from the hand of our oppressors. It's coming. So take heart, everybody out there. All you that hunger and thirst for righteousness, like Jesus said, you are going to be filled. And I just thank God for everything. And God bless everybody. I love you all. I really do. And I really totally want the best for everybody. And hopefully we'll get to talk again sometime. Have a great day.